And then he gives it away. Bernardo Silva for Portugal. Probably a tight offside perhaps, as that cross was knocked down there off the foot of Bruno Fernandes. And still Spain having a hard time just getting out right now.
Yeah, it's going to be Portuguese throw as well, but you're right. Good pressure from Portugal, stepping up a bit and putting initially Unai Simon under some pressure, and then they almost coughed it up the first time, then they got it back the second time. So you can see that Portugal really setting their pressure around the midfield line, but when the ball goes deep into Spain's half, they're stepping up and trying to be very aggressive in the way that the center backs are pressing too and squeezing that line tight.
They're trying to spin back out of that. Had it knocked away. This is Otavio.
It's interesting to see Otavio on that right-hand side. He's playing as that right winger of part of the front three. And actually Bernardo Silva, who's on the ball right here, is playing deeper. You see him play there, sometimes play further from goal, but often with Manchester City, he's playing high and wide and combining, getting underneath. So he's playing more of a passing role from a deeper area, and you have Otavio playing as part of that front three.
I mean, you have to imagine it's a great opportunity, right? We saw with the U.S. last night. You can sort of try a few different things, and if you're a manager, it's a great way in a competitive game against a top-level opponent to get a different look at a few things. Heading into the World Cup as Busquets rolls that along, Sarabia trying to combine with Jordi Alba, and it's poked out. Alba nutmegs that pass back into Sarabia, who cuts it back. He comes to get it. That took a touch off a Portuguese defender. Alba almost got through there. Andre Silva all the way back trying to help. One back by Spain. This is Gavi. And a giveaway, and you heard the crowd there react as Andre Silva is hauled down by Sergio Busquets.
A savvy foul from Busquets, making his 134th appearance for the Spanish national team. Debuted back in 2009, which feels like an eternity ago now, and the amount of games and just how important he has been for Spain's success, and as well as Barcelona. So in there and making a savvy foul, just stopping that counterattack there, fouling Andre Silva.
The last guy left from their 2010 World Cup title, and it passes Xavi, in fact, tonight. Busquets, third all-time games played for Spain. We'll keep track of how many times the UEFA television feed cuts to Ronaldo on the bench.
I'm sure it's part of his contract. He has to be shown X amount of times.
Spain drawn into Group E. They will find out in the next couple of weeks whether it will be Costa Rica or New Zealand that they open up with. They'll play Germany and they'll play Japan. Interestingly, Portugal has some fascinating history in their group, in Group H, with Ghana. Played them in 2014, beat them. That's what allowed the U.S. to sneak in the back door. They lost to Uruguay. That's who knocked them out of the last World Cup. And they will play South Korea for the first time since 2002, the only prior meeting between those nations. And if you're old enough, you'll remember that for 70 minutes, Portugal and South Korea were tied 0-0, and the U.S., despite beating Portugal in the opener, were going out of the World Cup. Park Ji-sung, 70th minute, scored what J.P. Della Camera called a goal for two nations. It knocked Portugal out. It put the U.S. into the knockout stages where they then beat Mexico and got to the quarterfinal. And then Coach Bruce Arena joked the next day he was out shopping for a present for the South Korean coaches and players. So some really interesting history for Portugal with their group coming up at the World Cup in November.
Spain just seem quite content right now in the possession, not trying to force anything and play direct passes and break down this Portuguese defense. And a Portuguese defense that's very stingy, that's very tight and compact. Now they found their moment to play between the lines, and a great switch at play here going to find Ferran Torres, or is it just going to go out of play?
Down off of Llorente for a Portugal throw.
Leao's a very interesting player. Coming off a great year, as we mentioned, with AC Milan. They win the Scudetto. 47 games for him. 13 goals, 14 assists. Plays on the left, can combine well. Good 1v1. Averages around 8 dribbles per game, so he likes to take players on. And you see the size of him, 6'2". You don't often see that from players playing in wide areas and can get in at the back post. So his first start for his country, making his 6th cap. I'm sure he's trying to use this as an opportunity to impress his coach and get into the lineup.
A free kick now that Rafael Guerrero of Borussia Dortmund will take. Just couldn't get enough on that to get it in. João Cancelo trying to reset, and it's into Unai Simon. Misplayed there. Soler was trying to hook that ball along for his
and he didn't take a great angle. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to hook it around because he's flat facing his goalkeeper, Unai Simon, and really didn't give himself a good angle to be able to play that one around the corner. Now, Simon forced it into him, but it's also the way that Spain build out of the back. So Portugal doing a good job when they can step up, and Spain are playing very slowly. They have to move the ball quicker.
Driving on, hands it off to Ferran Torres. And he just got it caught in the smokes there, trying to make that move. Bernardo Silva looking to run away, and it breaks down behind Leao. I mean, you have to wonder overall, the next 2 weeks, all these teams are playing 4 games in quick succession. There are all these guys coming off just long, brutal seasons. And so what's the fatigue level like? What's the energy level like? And yet for young players, can you take the advantage of the opportunity? Luis Enrique said, I hope there are some surprises between now and the World Cup as we give guys opportunities. They'll have 2 games in September. But this really is this 4-game window, as good an opportunity as some of these guys are going to get to really put a good impression for their manager, trying to earn their spot on that plane to Qatar come November.
And I think that's why you see Cristiano Ronaldo starting this game on the bench. And as part of that rotation and that strategy, and for the coaches, as you said, to figure things out, get a look at different players and formations and try a couple of things out. Because you really only have one more window after this, heading into that World Cup in November.
He's laying that in. Long run for Soler, beaten to it by Pepe at the age of 39. It'll be Spain's second corner of the opening 16 minutes of this one. Opener for both teams in the third edition of the UEFA Nations League. Short to Gavi. Back for Soler. And now clipped up, and that time controlled comfortably by Diego Costa, and he's trying to lead Portugal out quickly. Although Bernardo Silva didn't see the advantage. Just holds it up, now lays it up. Can he find Rafael Leao? Pepe now looking long. Great little combination to release Guerrero. Now Guerrero's cross popped in the air by Llorente. And immediately back, Guerrero. Got through it, Spilicueta in for Leao, and he blasts it over. First good look of the game for Portugal.
It comes off a great work from Guerrero. They'd had some space on this left-hand side. Spain were out of shape defensively. Eventually, Spilicueta gets over, and then Leao, as we've been talking about, finds a nice spot inside on his weaker left foot. I wonder if it just took a slight touch off of Simon, but it was rising, and he knows that was a great look for it. The first touch was good. Got it out of his body, was just leaning back as he took that strike, which caused it to rise up over the crossbar. But his first real involvement and first look at goal.
And you mentioned some of his numbers, and I gave him an extra year. He'll turn 23. And he has his birthday next week, because that was an offside flag there. But the goals that he scored, he assisted all 3 goals. Then as Milan clinched their first Serie A title in 11 years, he was named MVP of Serie A. Just his 6th international appearance. And if that's the question, is how far can Ronaldo take Portugal on their own? It's a wonderful answer to have other guys that can do some of that heavy lifting, and he might well be one of them. Pressure there, and that was actually lashed out off Soler. Tomorrow, cover 2 UEFA Nations League continues here on FS1. Belgium and the Netherlands will face off in their opener as we continue to count down the days. November the 21st, live on Fox Sports, the FIFA World Cup. As we're saying, so different to other World Cups where you might have a full week off at the end of the season, a 2-week training camp. Some of these guys, it'll be 8 days. They'll play on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, for their club teams, and the following Monday, 7-8 days later, boom, the World Cup begins. So managers need to be figuring these types of things out now that they would normally be doing in the weeks before the tournament. That's going to be a foul there as Bernardo Silva came crashing to the back of Soler. Able to play that pass for Soler. Long run for Torres. Danilo sliding across to break that up. We can't take it with him, though. That's 2.
I think that's 3.
Track correctly. Is it 3 already? I missed one. Torres is trying to play that blind ball across on the switch, couldn't do so. Otavio then is fouled in the middle as he tries to escape. Jordi Alba got him. Guerrero trying to get that first-time cross in. You saw the idea there. Well, the flag comes up anyway. Fernandez it was, in fact, who sort of snuck in behind, but too far in behind. Can Spain go quickly the other way? Sarabia back for Gavi.
You can see clearly Spain dominating possession, 61% to 39. And a couple early moments where they're putting crosses, but no numbers in the box. And that's, they look to combine, get in behind that back line, get to the end line, cut balls back, have runners into the box. But right now, just playing pretty risk-averse, Spain. Content with possession in the middle part of the field. And Portugal doing a good job of staying connected defensively and dropping when they need to. They have so much experience in that back line.
Well, they work it to the left. Long run for Sarabia. Too long. I mean, that's the irony, right? It was death by 1,000 cuts as Spain tiki-taka'd their way to a World Cup title, but they completed 1,000 passes against Russia.
Yeah.
In the round of 16, they lost in a shootout. And it was notable, Fernando Santos, the Portugal manager, saying he actually thinks that Spain's biggest strength isn't necessarily the possession, it's their ability to win the ball back. That was what he was most concerned about in this game, was his own team turning the ball over, not necessarily how do they manage long spells where they're defending.
And I don't think we've seen through the first 23 minutes here much of that counter pressing. Here comes a little bit now, but even then it's just disjointed. They're not all pressing together and actually sitting off Portugal, where it's been pretty comfortable for them to play through that pressure.
It's Guerrero who was fouled. Away, João Cancelo able to close him down quickly. Otavio now. That's inside of Jordi Alba. Fizzes that one in for Andre Silva. One for Pau Torres to get there. It's knocked wide. It's Bernardo Silva handing it off to Rafael Leao. Leao to the byline, and that's Pilaqueta. Cuts it back into the middle. Gavi, a long run. Can he escape the 17-year-old? Just his 7th international appearance on the run. Pepe defending Morata, let it go. Sarabia for Morata, puts it in.
I mean, this counterattack is absolutely lightning from Spain, and it starts with Gavi's ability to win the ball using his speed on the break, and a mistake from Portugal. They just get caught out completely, and then it's Gavi at the helm. Guerrero decides to stop and tries to make a challenge. That's going to be pretty tight on that offside call, the pass there to Morata, but there it is. Gavi just does so well, and now he drives inside and allows the players off him to make the runs. Morata's clever. He steps over it and opens up the space and allows the pass to get to Sarabia, who then first times it back across goal to him and then finishes it coolly at this near post. But it's just a pure counterattack from Spain. Portugal put a good dangerous ball into the box. It started with Leao, then tried to flick it the top of the box, and it's Gavi then who gets them out in the open field, 3 against 3, and they just carve open that Portuguese defense, and it ends in a really tidy finish and a lovely sequence of passing from Spain.
And you saw Morata right as that went in. His first look is to the side to see if a flag comes up. It didn't look like he was behind the ball. Yeah. He was definitely behind the defense, but he was behind the ball there as Sarabia played that in.
Behind or in line, all works for him, and just the timing of that was so good, how he let it go to Sarabia, knowing that then he was going to get the second one, and it just left Pepe completely out of water and had no chance, nothing to do there.
Andre Silva trying to hold that up. Morata brings it in, spins it back. Gavi now opens it up to the far side. Look at Jordi Alba making the overlapping run, and Sarabia who has the assist. Jordi Alba's cross gets knocked down.
Oh, there we go. Yep, as you can see, he's right in line there. That knee, that left knee, and that stride staying on side. Just such good work from Gavi. Beats Bruno Fernandes for speed. And now you can see his head surveying. Pereira has to step to it, and then it's just 2v1. And Ronaldo doesn't like what he saw there, but Spain do. What a great break. So incisive.
Ronaldo cutaway number 4, Morata goal 26. Now tied for the 7th most in Spain's history. It was his goal late on against Sweden in their World Cup qualifying finale that booked Spain's place in Qatar. And a match play just across town in Seville, La Cartuja, one of the couple different stadiums that Spain play in Seville. They don't have a national stadium. They don't have a specific place they always go. This is the home of Real Betis, Estadio Benito Villamarin. And now can they add to it as Ferran Torres didn't really have anyone to lay that back into. Busquets the long switch. Sarabia, that was blocked by João Cancelo. Gavi got tripped up there. He was trying to get away and get that pass from Busquets.
Gavi's had such a bright start to this game. 17 years old. You have to keep reminding yourself. Luis Enrique called him up September of last year, just his 7th cap. Had a good season with Barcelona as well. Played a small 47 games for Barcelona.
Here he is again on the end of this pass, cuts it into the middle, and the shot is saved. The rebound is missed from Carlos Soler.
Well, you've seen Gavi coming a lot to the ball. This time he says, okay, I'm going to run in behind. And just a recognition of where the space is completely turns Bruno Fernandes, trying to get him tracking back. Then the shot comes through traffic from Soler. The first save comes from Costa, and then he's just reaching off balance on the rebound. I think anywhere on target for that second one, it's in the back of the net, because Costa was just left stranded after making that initial save. So Spain get the goal, and they've really ramped up the pressure here, looking so much more incisive with the ball. Portugal can't play out right now. They can't keep possession, and Spain's starting to suffocate with some of that pressure that Fernando Santos was so wary about coming into this game.
And it all started with a counterattack.
Yep.
It really lit the fuse for Spain.
I think it was Cancelo off of the set piece, or well, the pressure that Portugal had, and he tried to flick it at the top of the box. Then Bruno Fernandes tried to recover, and they broke away. Instead of just putting it back into the box, he tried to be too cute, and Spain punished them for that.
For Ferran Torres couldn't take it cleanly with him. Half an hour gone in Seville, opening match for both these teams in the 3rd edition of the UEFA Nations League. Alvaro Morata in the 25th minute, the lone goal in a game which has been statistically dominated by Spain so far. Spain, who have never lost on home soil to Portugal. The series history that dates back to 1921, a century ago. and Portugal's first ever international match.
And I think it's pretty evident so far in this game that Spain's midfield and their mobility and their ability to cover ground, take the ball in under pressure, is where they're dominating this game right now. You see a 35-year-old João Moutinho in there, and Bruno Fernandes, not known for his mobility and defensive responsibility. And right now they're getting beat in that part of the field where Gavi has so much control, Soler with his energy, and then the maestro right there with Sergio Busquets just at the bottom, the spear of that midfield, controlling the tempo, controlling it with the ball, and then when they need to, they're getting out and running in the open field, and Portugal can't get close.
So where do you see Spain in the World Cup favorites? I mean, it was a decade ago. They were the unquestioned best team in the world. They won a World Cup and European championships either side. That'll be a foul and a free kick for Portugal as Bernardo Silva got tripped up. But they go out of the group stage in 2014. They have that weird loss to Russia in penalties in the round of 16.
They lose to Italy on penalty. Well, maybe they can avoid penalties. I think they might be all right. They've gone out of the last two tournaments, major tournaments, World Cup and Euros, on penalties. And it is a team at times that have struggled to get to that next, since that golden generation when they won everything. It's bringing through that next crop, and you still have guys like Morata, who's a bit of an enigma at times for fans. We'll get back to the one in a bit after this free kick here coming in here from Guerrero.
The boys are up from the back for Portugal. Guerrero hooks that in deep, knocked up in the air. Leao was in the area, he's going to bring it down. Sarabia sort of nipping at it, couldn't get a foot on the ball. Here's Pepe wide, he'll cut it back, he'll play across it, took a deflection there. But this is where Spain got their goal, was a Portugal attacking set piece, and they broke off it. Pilaqueta gives it back away to Danilo. He gets his pocket pick, but it's well kept in. Guerrero now. Good work by Gavi, but Guerrero steps in to win it back. Otavio. João Cancelo. Otavio, it's a great little ball in for Andre Silva, turns it back and puts it wide. Simon was all over the place in there, but Silva couldn't hit the target.
Well, it's nice patience from Portugal in the build-up, and you see Unai Simon comes off his line. He actually thinks Andre Silva, who I think was offside actually when he receives that pass, but he thought he was going to take it on his right across his body, and then he slips and he's caught completely out. So if Silva had been able to hit the target there, bend it around the defender with his left foot, that's in the back of the net. But right now, great movement across the box. Spain were slow in stepping out and getting pressure on the ball. And then Pau Torres is caught when Silva cuts back to his left foot. So the best we've seen from Portugal in terms of pressure, putting a cross in and then winning the second ball, not allowing Spain out under pressure, and coming close to that shot that just flashed past the post.
Oh boy, awkward there. Diogo Costa was forced to get rid of it. And that was the huge shock in March. 22-year-old, he was sitting on just one international appearance, and he got the start over Rui Patricio for the World Cup qualifying playoff wins over Turkey and then North Macedonia. Just his first season as a starter in the Portuguese league. He was always thought of as the future, and then the future became the present real quick. But he's had a couple nervy moments in this one. As Guerrero once again backtrack, wins it, then it's given away. Morata's layoff for Soler was under hit. Held in, Danilo has to head it out. As Pilaqueta gets to that bouncing ball first, Busquets just opens it up to the far side. Return for Jordi Alba now from Sarabia. Trying to backheel that in, and Otavio was able to knock it away, and then he's tripped up. And he's down in some pain.
Yeah, he took contact from behind by Sarabia, who picks up the yellow card there for tripping, and then ends up tumbling and falling straight into Gavi as he's out of control with his body and just takes a pretty hard knock at the end of that one. Oh, it's actually the right knee you'll see at the end of this from Gavi slides right in and catches Otavio in the ribs. Or on the back of the leg, maybe, on the back of his left leg.
Michael Oliver, our English referee, he's headed to the World Cup. Hasn't had a whole ton to do so far, but shows his first yellow card. Andre Silva's pulled down by Llorente. Using his strength well there on Llorente, gets the return from Andre Silva. Rafael Leao running in now. Simon backtracking, and then it just breaks down.
Kind of been the story of the game so far for Portugal. Some bright moments, some flashes. Looks like some half chances opening up in transition, and then Leao ends up 1v1, and the play breaks down. Just haven't been able to execute when they've gotten to some good spaces.
Pepe jumping in there, couldn't get it. And it's a foul in the end, though, as Morata was hauled down by João Moutinho, who thought that he had done that cleanly. And then he gets a yellow card.
And a frustrated look on Moutinho's face. The experienced Moutinho, 145th cap for him today, clearly catching Morata after he'd been able to evade Pepe and was starting to break away. Actually got a bit of the ball, but then just the way his back leg ends up clattering into him. This is the one from Leao where he's been so effective. Tries to go for the step over and ends up just getting the technique all wrong.
Torres running inside. What a little cut that was around Moutinho. Then he's chopped down from behind by Bernardo Silva. And a free kick for Spain upcoming as Bernardo Silva goes in the book.
He knows it. It was late. Great work from Ferran Torres. Those two used to be teammates at Manchester City. Torres moved to Barcelona this past season. And he says, hey, you remember me?
So that's 3 yellow cards in 3 minutes. We're not quite at Oprah meme territory yet, but we are approaching it. And Diego Costa has had a couple of tough moments early on in this one. Has made 1 save as well. Trying to organize this defense. Gavi and Sarabia stand over it. 13-year age difference between those two. Sarabia the touch. Gavi has Pilaqueta. Torres. Torres driving inside, gets the return, and there was a foul there off the ball as that pass came back in. It was João Moutinho again. It's another free kick closer in for Spain. Busquets was trying to release that little 1-2 and he got chopped. And is this a shot on goal now? It's Sarabia who assisted the opener, who stands over it.
You can see
6 goals in his last 12.
Yeah, he's trying to block Costa's view behind the Portuguese wall.
Sarabia up and over there, didn't miss by much.
Yeah, good technique from Sarabia. I think he had the dip to get that underneath the crossbar, just pulled it half yard wide of that post. The half started slowly for Spain, and They just wanted to control the pace of the game, use the ball well. Portugal haven't been able to get some real pressure on them, maybe once in that first 15 minutes, and then they get the goal on the counterattack and have taken a complete hold of the game. Let's see if Portugal can find something at the end of the half here.
Leão now off a great flick from Andre Silva. That was blocked. They're shouting it was last off Rafael Leão, but it will be a Portugal corner, their first of the game. Statistical dominance, and Portugal in 1 second can tie this thing up. Guerreiro sends it in. Steer back to João Moutinho. We'll go all the way back now to João Cancelo, and then he's forced further back to Diogo Costa. Soler picks it up. He's got Ferran Torres running. Guerreiro trying to get back. Torres space and time. He'll engage with Guerreiro. Good work by Busquets to win it back at least for a moment.
Oh, great defending. Jordi Alba coming all the way across the field there. Just had recognized where the danger was and came out to make that challenge and stop that potential of a counterattack for Portugal. And also Portugal almost getting away with one, almost getting caught again and having numbers caught up off a corner, gave the ball away, and Spain almost caught them on the counterattack, if not for getting two men back to make that challenge on Torres.
We keep seeing Ruben Neves up, getting loose for Portugal here late in the half. Pilaqueta getting to that one in front of Guerreiro. Pressure there was last off as Pilaqueta for a Portugal throw. Andre Silva. Get away from Llorente. Pepe now charging forward, and there you go.
Yeah, that, I mean, a classic type Pepe moment there. Just, you know, so, but frustration, sure, why not? 35 yards, 40 yards out, I'll have a shot from here. Nowhere close, and it's really been the case for Portugal in this game. You reference all the stats. I mean, they're dominated in shots, dominated in possession. And do we see Cristiano Ronaldo at halftime, or do we have to wait further into the second half?
Good combination here for Portugal. They built some momentum here late in this half. Here's Andre Silva now. Fernandez forced backwards though by Busquets. João Moutinho. And just in between Leão and Silva there. See Luis Enrique up, trying to get his team higher up the field here. Spin. João Cancelo on the outside couldn't connect the pass though. Jordi Alba was alert and heads it out.
It was an important intervention once again from Jordi Alba, because that ball was actually going to go over the top, and Spain were caught out when they were beat on that initial one after the good work from Cancelo on that right-hand side. It's important now for Spain, just to, the first half's almost over. You almost put together a really solid 45 minutes.
Fernandez for Cancelo. His cross was blocked. About 30 more seconds left in this half. Otavio took a little spin back around. He's driving through. Busquets trying to be careful. Down he goes to the edge of the area. Michael Oliver says, just get on up. Xavi plays the outlet out. And Sarabia takes the bump. Unless there's something here, Stuart Atwell, our video assistant referee, sees, that will probably be the end of the first half.
And it was a nice run from Otavio. Had picked the ball up, taken It passed a couple of defenders. That was the foul at the end of the play. And that's going to be it.
So Alvaro Morata on the break, the difference maker right now in the UEFA Nations League opener for each of these teams. Rob, Mo, and Alexi coming up with their thoughts on what we've seen so far. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in Seville. It is Spain 1, Portugal 0.
Singing or speaking.
Reason or fun. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either or.
Progress is everything.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too, by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. What gives you energy?
If you thought one napkin for the Quarter Pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
Okay, Floor & Decor, show me what you've got. This house says spa day all day, but this modern look is so me. How's that for on trend and on budget?
At Floor & Decor, with our high-quality selection at everyday low prices, your upgrade has never been more you. Explore Floor & Decor today.
If Philly Garcia listened to those who rejected him, he never would have made a name for himself, lining up some of the biggest names in pro sports. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
I'll take Barkley.
Yes! Yep, even easier than that. What's in your wallet?
I don't think I can do this!
You said you wanted to feel the power Cricket 5G.
I thought you meant like live streaming!
Oh, we're live streaming, all right. Let's roll! Smile, you're on Cricket.
I wasn't going very far. I was in a hurry. It's too uncomfortable. Sometimes I just forget.
When you buy appliances from the Home Depot, everything just clicks. Compare brands in-store or online, see them in your space, and schedule free delivery. So when it's installed, it'll just click. Save up to $1,240 on this LG kitchen package at the Home Depot.
Think Mom's calling 911? Nope. She's switching her choice cashback category to dining, so she earns more on our backup plan. Delivery.
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
1-0 Spain, courtesy of this beautiful counterattack goal. Morata finishing it off his Gibraltar. That one was live on FS2. Kosovo and Estonia also victorious. Sweden currently right now with the lead over Slovenia. That one available on Fox Soccer Plus. Israel, Iceland, level. Norway halfway through towards 3 points at the expense of Serbia, 1-0. And that one, highlights from that one coming up in a second. Rob Stone, Modu, Lexi Lawless here with you. The winners of each A group move on to the semifinals of the UEFA Nations League. And in Group A2. Spain and Portugal certainly viewed as the top side. So here are the top moments from the first 45. And Mo, it was Portugal with the first opportunity here in the 18th.
It was a little trickery there, a little cheeky nutmeg from Rafael Guerrero. Puts it into Rafael Leao, who can't get it on target. It's on his weaker left foot.
And then we talk about Spain, the possession, the methodical build-up. Not so much here. This is coast to coast, just an incredible counterattack. Gavi starts it off. Wonderful little ball in. And look at this. Just lets it go. Morata lets it go and then gets the return from Sarabia. What a wonderful end-to-end play. See that little feint right there. He just lets it go and then is rewarded at the end. Spain, I thought, with a better team through the half, get their goal.
And unlucky not to make it 2-0 here in the 29th minute. 2 opportunities for Solari.
Yeah, and it's Gavi who starts that play again. The run from deep, cut back there. Solari can't get it on target on the second attempt there. Good save on the first attempt.
And Portugal down at the other end. Andre Silva gets a nice little turn here. May or may not have been on or offside, but just missed that far post.
Here's the 2 other teams from Group A2 in Prague, Czech Republic, Switzerland, and oh boy, 1-0 Czech Republic. Jan Kuchta getting that one in, and Noah Okafor in the 44th levels things.
Yeah, former teammate of our own Brendan Aronson gets him level just before the half.
Here's a look at the live standings right now, and currently it is Spain on top of Group 2 in the A group. All right, busy day across Europe. Coming up, other highlights, including Erling Haaland leaving his mark. Sweden with reason to celebrate. We'll show you why next.
Sunday on Fox, the road to the World Cup continues for the U.S. men's national team.
The United States on the board!
As Christian Pulisic leads the Stars and Stripes in a battle against formidable Uruguay. Sunday at 4:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Make more good in the all-new Sportage X-Pro. Kia, movement that inspires.
Nothing here. Nothing in the walls. No money in the vent.
For a better way to find money in your home, Rocket Cam.
When you buy appliances from the Home Depot, everything just clicks. Compare brands in-store or online. See them in your space and schedule free delivery. So when it's installed, it'll just click. Save up to $790 on this new Samsung laundry set at the Home Depot.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless... Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Make sure every stop on your road trip is one you want to make. Come in for an oil change and tire rotation starting at $29.99 and get road trip ready at Midas.
In July, the teams you love, the rivalries, the passion. Liga MX on Fox Deportes.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
It happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text RING to 369-369. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text RING to 369-369. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. That's BRING to 369-369.
League B action, Slovenia, Sweden, 36 minutes.
Penalty, Rob. Penalty, Rob.
All right, so that's
a penalty.
That's breaking the
get
rules.
Taken down. Yep, it's against the rules, against the laws, and there we go. Forsberg nails it.
1-0 for the Zlatan-less Swedes. Serbia, Norway, also Group B.
Look at the big man. Just watch him. When he gets going, there's no stopping him. Little bit of deception in his punch. Just has an eye for goal. Little feint to the near post, finds that the ball's going to the back post. There's no stopping this bull of a player.
Holland, my goodness, 1-0 Norway. Northern Ireland taking on Greece. Lex, I'm going to let you handle this.
The Greeks are coming. Here they come. Ball into the box for the captain. Tassos Bakasetas. Oh, my goodness. Slams it home. He's feeling good.
One more time, his name?
I'm going with Bakasetas.
Okay. You're our Greece expert. Israel, Iceland, 25th minute. Here comes Israel down the left side.
And it's having the presence of mind to pick your head up. Little clip ball to the back post. Leo Abada does well to finish that off, and then just before that.
Oh no.
Yep.
Keeper. Take it though.
Johan Helgeson with the equalizer. Up next, we take you back out to Seville. The home side up 1-0. Is it time for Portugal to bring that man, Ronaldo, off the bench?
I'm a fancy exercise bike newbie, and I've gone from 0 to obsessed in like 3 days. Woo! After riding 12 miles to nowhere, I'm taking a detour. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you could be working out a way to pay for this yourself.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
This Father's Day, don't give Dad another necktie or more socks. Give him what he really wants. The outdoor cooking fun and flavor that's better on a Blackstone. So now your dad can be the master of the meal, the king of the cookout, the sultan of sear. Don't let Dad suffer from griddle envy this holiday. It's better on a Blackstone. Go to your nearest Blackstone retailer or log on to blackstoneproducts.com and see the full line of Blackstones.
What if I told you that a performance shirt could be equally technical and ridiculously comfortable? At FreeFly, we made it our mission to keep you comfortable while doing the things you love outside. Our secret sauce? Proprietary fabric blends made from bamboo. Beyond being buttery soft, bamboo has natural UPF protection, wicks moisture, and has antimicrobial properties. Welcome to the new world of performance apparel. Comfort on, adventure out.
Attention, please. Millions of AT&T and Verizon customers are suffering from unexpected price hikes and economic adjustment charges. But there is a solution. Right now, when you switch your family to T-Mobile Magenta Max, you can get up to $1,000. And you'll get T-Mobile's price lock guarantee. They won't raise the rates of your rate plan ever, because you are entitled to more.
If you've been impacted, act now. You may be eligible to receive up to $1,000 from T-Mobile.
And you should listen to me. I'm a British actor.
The Breakers battle the Stallions, and the Panthers clash with the Stars. The USFL, Saturday and Sunday on Fox.
Life is about balance. If I get the proper amount of sleep, then I'm gonna be ready for whatever's to come. I use Aura Ring to always let me know everything that's going on with my body. The accuracy is what sets Aura apart. My sleep score is something that I'm always paying attention to. It's literally part of my morning routine. Always trying to make the most out of this thing we call life.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Seeing the progress was awesome. Seeing my hair grow back so quick. I feel great. I feel confident. I feel very happy about my journey so far with Keeps and where it's going in the future.
Get started at keeps.com/TV.
Introducing the all-new one-wheel GT and Pint X. GT, built with more power to crush new terrain. Pint X, twice the range to take on the city. 2 new boards to make everywhere epic. Get riding today at onewheel.com.
Monday on FS1. The UEFA Nations League continues as global superstars take center stage. Ronaldo,
what a finish!
Kane, Modric, all fight for their countries in an epic tournament. It all continues as Croatia takes on France. Monday at 2:30 Eastern on FS1.
terrific win for the United States last night against Morocco in Cincinnati. They will continue their World Cup preparations Sunday afternoon live on Fox against Uruguay, 13th in FIFA's world rankings. That game coming to you from Kansas City. And they will end this 4-game stretch here in June on the 14th of June, CONCACAF Nations League at El Salvador. Remember, that was where the U.S. began their World Cup qualifying campaign in September. 9:30 Eastern, our coverage begins on the 14th live right here on FS1. Teams retaking the field in Seville. Sun has now set at about 9:45 p.m. in the south of Spain. It is Spain leading through an Alvaro Morata goal in the 25th minute. All the statistics are all Spain. Portugal had some good momentum, some attacking possession, if not exactly attacking chances late in that first half. Again, it's a bit of guesswork, Stu, of how these managers approach with 4 games in 12 days, what the substitution patterns are going to be. But big picture, what are you looking for as the second half gets rolling here?
I think at a bare minimum for Portugal to play with more of an intensity in the second half. And the way in which they press, the way in which they build, and we're going to see Neves come into the game now. So João Moutinho out. That was a part of the field we identified as being a weakness for Portugal in the first half, the midfield 3. They got completely overrun, weren't able to get pressure on Spain. Spain so easily playing between lines, being able to turn in space and winning second balls. So interested to see now how that plays out. Does it have more of an impact on the way in which Portugal can control some of the game, or do Spain now really try to push and drive and get that second goal and bury this game?
A pair of club teammates replacing one another there. Neves on, Moutinho off. The only change of the break for either side. Second half underway in the opener for both nations in this 3rd edition of the UEFA Nations League. Wonderful opportunities against top-level opposition, Czech Republic and Switzerland. The other teams in this group. And remember, one of the benefits of winning the Nations League is it gives you a second chance for European qualification. We saw Portugal win the inaugural edition. Spain reached the final of the 2nd edition. Jordi Alba clips this one. Long run for Sarabia. He's got the assist. Early ball in. Pepe slices it backwards, and Costa was going wide in the end, able to corral it.
Sarabia making a great run, and Pepe just kind of hacked at that one and deflected it back towards his own goal. Pretty lazy defending from him in the end, and here comes some of that intensity again from Spain. That one's going to be a foul on Jordi Alba. But we've yet to see Portugal match that. Can they get themselves going here? Do they need something, some type of a wake-up call? There were a lot of intense conversations at halftime with Fernando Santos and with, right there, Leao specifically, and they've just turned the ball over.
Gavi for Sarabia. Cancelo doing just enough there. Jumping in to knock it away. Otavio lays that back inside. Neves on the field as a halftime substitution. On the run right now. Hands it off to Andre Silva. His 50th international appearance. Fernandes forced backwards. Leao, player of the season in Serie A. Title winners AC Milan running into the Spain defense, and then he just mishit that at the key moment.
Well, the end product wasn't there this time, but this is what you see from him week out, week in, week out. Nice little exchange between Carvajal and Cristiano Ronaldo, former teammates at Real Madrid. That one nearly coming off. Sarabia once again getting into a good spot. But going back to that Leao opportunity, seeing him already drop a bit deeper, and Guerrero getting higher on that left-hand side, and then taking players on, using his speed, using his athleticism, and also tight control to go past defenders. End product isn't there, but more encouraging signs here early in the second half.
A 1v4, trying to win a throw out of that, couldn't do so. Costa going long with that one. Pau Torres letting it bounce, and Simone had to be alert off his line. Busquets just reaching out and laying that one along for Soler. Torres ran out of room. Driving inside, well read by Gavi to intercept. He'll lead the charge forward. Hands it off wide. Morata takes the touch on Danilo. Morata, oh, is that a handball? Michael Oliver says no. Stuart Atwell is our video assistant referee. Busquets the tackle.
I think down
the loose ball.
Pereira, the decision is going to be the proximity. That one's going to run out of play. And let's see if they just hold play here, which they will. Michael Oliver will. This one will be checked. I think it hits the right hand of Pereira as this one comes in from Morata. Oh, it actually hits two hands. Hits first Bruno Fernandes, and then it hits Pereira.
Yeah, that was certainly not something that we saw in real time, that little touch off Bruno Fernandes.
And I think that's why it's play on clearly, as you can see, but I think that's why it wasn't given, is that Fernandez's hand was more natural. It was closer to his body. It was tucked in and very close to Morata. Wouldn't have been able to move his hand out of the way, and then it hits Pereira, but completely inadvertent at that point.
Now Torres got past 3, but not 4, as Silva goes sliding in to win it back. It's the return from Bruno Fernandes. Returns it for Bruno Fernandes. His cross stabbed in behind by Jordi Alba, and out for a Portugal corner.
Well, a nice little combination play here from Portugal, picking the ball up on the second ball, winning it back. Silva had started it with a 1-2 for Fernandes, gets it back and is cutting a dangerous ball across. They had 2 numbers in the box, and they've won a corner.
Taken short. As returns it wide to Bernardo Silva. He'll hook this one in for Pepe, flicked along. Danilo in the area. Busquets, it looked like, got that final touch. And out for another corner on the other side. Simon yet to make a save through 51.5 minutes. This is swung in from the far side. Closest there was Leao, and good work there by Portugal to prevent the breakout. But that was how Spain scored their goal in the first half.
It feels already, though, doesn't it, the second half, a bit more of an intensity to it? And that was on Portugal to match that. So they started even slower in the second half, but then have gotten going here with a couple of chances. I think the sub with Neves has made a difference. He's driving forward more with the ball, committing to the attack. Looks like just offside. The run from Silva.
How much does it, because listen, you know, Fernando Santos came out and was sort of wary of just how many games are being played in a short amount of time. Kevin De Bruyne had some widely reported comments about how he feels about the UEFA Nations League. How much muscle memory is there for players at this level? At a certain point, you're playing for your country, you're playing against a rival. Does that eventually just click in regardless of anything else?
Yeah, 100% it does. And I think that's why in a number of these games, you see the game start a little bit slowly, and then if one team ramps it up, the other team ramps it up. And you got to get that feeling of competitiveness just naturally kicks in no matter what you do. I find that I start racing people on the streets that don't know they're racing me. I mean, it's just in you. And I think that's what right now you're seeing a little bit here from Portugal, that you don't want to lose this game, no matter the circumstance, no matter how you feel about it. And a lot of the Portuguese players have been vocal about the fact that they do see this as a competition that they want to win. They won the first edition. Spain got to the final of this last edition and lost to France.
There was Bernardo Silva, lost it. Just chopped down Gavi.
And I do think, John, it's a little different in a World Cup year as well, right? Because there are guys that are out there playing for places in the squad that are on the fringe of making and being a part of the regular call-ups that will want to make an impression. So naturally, those guys That's like the new guy at practice that's trying a little bit harder than everybody else, and you get mad at him for trying harder, then you have to try harder because you don't look good.
So fair warning to the people of Kansas City this weekend. If Stu Holden is running past you, you're losing.
Yes. And if you're next to me in a gym on a treadmill, I am racing you, whether you know it or not.
Alba nutmegs that pass in. Gavi now on the run. Trying to get inside. That was blocked there by Neves. Good positioning in the end as Otavio was beat. Andre Silva is fouled by Pau Torres.
It's pretty easy to wax lyrical about Gavi. It's a rumor that he'll be signing an extension with Barcelona, long-term contract, high buyout, as you would imagine, and just a player that has exploded in this past year.
Neves laying that one in. Fernandez was making the run. Cancelo trying to prevent the breakout. Pepe had to come over and help. Felt the contact from Busquets, no foul. There is Gavi. Referee trying to get out of the way. Morata. Ferran Torres on the far side. Sarabia trying to sneak in on this near side. Torres crossing from deep, and that was popped in the air in the end. All the way backtracking was Otavio to help out.
What a great looking ball from Ferran Torres. You could see him survey. The pass was behind him initially from Morata because he'd opened up in space, was looking to make a run in behind, and that made him just hold up a bit, but then they committed numbers to the box, and he was waiting for the runs to come, and then ends up putting a really dangerous ball in that gets deflected behind for a corner.
Sarabia with the assist on the Spain goal. Just a few minutes later, remember, he had that first attempt save, and he blasted the rebound over. He'll swing in this corner. Pepe sends it along. And everyone stopped as if that ball was out. It was not out. It was hooked along there by Andre Silva, out for a throw. Maybe it was out, but the assistant referee
it didn't look out, right? It looked like the whole ball was over.
Alba, Morata. Hit it in blind to the middle, no one there in red. Otavio loses it, gets it back, opens it up. Bruno Fernandes on the run, Andre Silva running in front of him. Just left it behind him there, but able to keep it. Bernardo Silva out wide for João Cancelo. Returns that ball as he hooks it around. Cancelo lays it off. Bernardo Silva from the byline on Pau Torres. Otavio, he'll hook that in, and Simon comes to get it.
It's not been the best of games for Otavio on that right side. Just been wasteful in moments. Struggled to really find his way into the game. Now you're starting to see Bernardo Silva's influence, though, get into those dangerous spots. Wide, faced up against defenders, getting him off balance, looking for those cutting passes. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Fernando Santos make another change in the forward part of the field. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
And that's a pretty good one to bring off the bench.
That is also contractually required, is the shirtless cutaway of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Don't be jealous, John.
I've long since let go of that ghost. Don't worry about it. We'll see what sort of an impact Cristiano Ronaldo can make in the final 30 minutes or so once he gets on. It'll be his 187th international appearance. Only his 13th as a substitute. That's over the top. What a great first touch by Andre Silva. Cuts it back. Andre Silva, does he have the support? Opens it up to the far side. Leao cuts it in. Leao! And it ends up wide. Unai Simon doing just enough there. Stretching out.
How does this save? First of all, you referenced it. The touch out of the air from Silva, sensational. Just calm, gets it under takes it under a lot of pressure and then has the awareness to lay it off. What a great little fake there from Leao, and then he's off balance trying to come back. He's reaching for it so he can't get the ball off the ground, and Simone makes a fantastic save there. I don't know how he kept that one out.
First save of the entire game for Unai Simon, and goal for Spain this evening. 59 minutes in. That one is hooked into a great area. It was almost an own goal there. Llorente backtracking, stabs it in behind for another corner. Taken short again. Bruno Fernandes hooks it in. Danilo was in the area. Llorente got to it first. Neves trying to reset. Danilo couldn't steer that to Bruno Fernandes. Busquets wins a header. Pepe hooks it back. That's an awkward collision between Pepe and Sarabia. Both guys are down, no whistle. Cristiano Ronaldo prepares to enter, as does Gonzalo Guedes.
To a crowd full of jeers for and boos, you could hear for Cristiano Ronaldo. Gets no love coming back to a country where he played his club soccer for a number of years.
Morata up in the air. Soler trying to bring it down. Pepe knocked it away. Real kept that in play, but couldn't find Andre Silva. This will be just the third time in 12 years Cristiano Ronaldo has appeared as a substitute. Both the prior examples, interestingly enough, both against Andorra. So this is a rare thing to see Cristiano Ronaldo as a sub. Koke is going to be coming on, along with Dani Olmo, teammate of Tyler Adams at Leipzig. The flick on the outside. Neves sliding across. And here come the changes. So Andre Silva's night is done. Gonzalo Guedes, who scored the winning goal of the inaugural UEFA Nations League, June 2019 against the Netherlands. The other to come off. Carlos Soler. Wonderful chance to score middle of the first half, just after Spain got the opener. His night is done. Okay, on for his 63rd international appearance. Ferran Torres makes way for Dani Olmo. For either side. Here's Dani Olmo just on the field, immediately on the ball. Sarabia running off the right, trying to lay that in for Morata. That was Danilo at full stretch there.
Full stretch and a great stop, because Morata had gotten the inside track on Pepe, was actually in behind it, made a great run. Here's Ronaldo's first touch, giving the people what they want.
I don't think you'll need me to say his name if he's going to get booed every time he's on the ball. Now the pressure couldn't take it with him. Takes that down, lays it in. Morata on the run between the center backs, and he puts it wide.
I mean, Morata starts making this run before Gavi's even turned. He knows and sees how much space Gavi is in the midfield when they play this pass in, and he knows he's going to find him. Pereira had stepped a little bit, and it had left Pepe 1-against-1 with Morata once again, and he just tries to go for the chip technique. Luis Enrique applauding the run, applauding the pass, not so much the finish. I think he could have taken an extra touch there, even taken it across his body, and would have had a chance to slip that one past Costa. It is one of the criticisms of Alvaro Morata, who has the only goal in this game, but just finishing at times and not being as clinical in that position. But somehow yet then seems to pop up with some big goals and some big moments, especially for his country.
26 of them now. And 53 appearances, so just about a goal every other game for his country. How does this thing change for all those subs we saw a couple minutes ago?
Well, you've got Cristiano Ronaldo on the field, so you've got a real presence now for Portugal up front. I thought that Silva had a pretty good game in the second half and was starting to grow into the game. Part of the plan changes, and also the fact that they play with one striker, and if you have Ronaldo on the bench, you're going to find a way to get him on. They could play 4-4-2 as well. And then for Spain, you've got some control on the field with Koke as well in the midfield. Dani Olmo with his fresh legs out wide on this left-hand side. He's going to ask, I mean, Gavi keeps finding space everywhere.
Here he comes again, the teenager, not on the same page with Sarabia. He's able to chase it down.
But to answer your question in a more simpler way, not too much from a tactical perspective, still very similar profiles of players out there for both teams.
Torres under some pressure there, got that pass away. Pereira misread the bounce, but Gavi and Sarabia couldn't take advantage. As Pilaqueta, they're able to keep his balance and use his strength there on Leao. Morata tripped up by Danilo. Taken quickly, trying to sneak in behind it. Jordi Alba slicing that one there. Portugal caught out on that one. Lucky to see it go wide.
Great awareness, and it's Busquets to Jordi Alba. Club teammates, international teammates, longtime teammates, and they're on the same page there. Great run in behind. I think Alba had a look inside, saw that Olmo had 2 against 1, and just decided to try and go for goal and catch Costa at that near post with that slicing ball.
It is then tripped up. Danilo Leao, he's got the run on the outside from Guerrero. That was a key tackle by Azpilicueta to prevent that ball getting out. And now Gavi on the run for Spain. Morata returns it. Busquets clips it along for Jordi Alba. Here's Dani Olmo now. Sarabia for Gavi. Busquets. There's Koke on the ball now. A few minutes after coming on as a sub. Jordi Alba couldn't nutmeg Cancelo with that pass. Waving his arms there, finally gets the ball from Busquets.
Standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest.
Caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's...
He's gone for it! He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Koke. Llorente. Koke. Llorente. Koke. Knocks it away. There are a few waiting for it. Up to meet it! Good delivery. No joy.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off him.
Jordi Alba. He's through the middle, looking to force his way through. João Moutinho. Emilio Pereira. Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz goes looking. Bruno Fernandes. João Moutinho. Bernardo Silva. Forward it goes. Morata plays it out to the wing. Now it's Morata. Over to the left. And it's Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Thiago. Out to the left it goes. And here's Koke. Goes for the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Guerrero. Ruben Diaz. Danilo Pereira. Guerrero. Bruno Fernandes. Guerrero. Danilo Pereira. João Cancelo gets into a dangerous position. Bernardo Silva. João Moutinho. Oh, good shutter! There's an early warning shot across the bow.
Quick thinking and quick control, Peter. That creates a little more working space.
Koke. Thiago. Thiago drives it forward. Ruben Diaz gets rid without sophistication. Llorente positions himself well and cuts it out. Hoists it forward, and the counter is on. Ferran Torres. Llorente. And here's Koke. Lovely bit of skill there. Can he deliver? That looks a good ball. Pepe knocks it away. João Moutinho plays it forward. Danilo Pereira. Jordi Alba does well to read it and intercepts. Rodri. Koke. Llorente. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Pumps it into the area. And he's there to clear it. And it's Koke.
Should be playing a few of them on. We need to see it.
That's great strength on the ball. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see.
You don't need to be pleading with him, you need to be pleading with the assistant
Cancelo
on the offside. It's the fourth offside of the night for Portugal, so can't say they've haven't tried to come forward at least. Simon simply puts the ball out of play, and it will be important.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Bruno Fernandes. He's had the... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that's a fine save!
Cristiano Ronaldo really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Here it comes. Tries to get it clear. Looked at his head, but couldn't steer it in. Llorente. Koke. Rodri. Laporte. Thiago.
Barcelona or Real Madrid, because he is a real talent.
Yeah, well, Rudiger confirmed today or yesterday that he'll be joining Real Madrid, so maybe that spot has been taken. And so maybe a spot opened up at Chelsea. That takeover seems to have gone through all well, smoothly is maybe not the right term, but it's gone through eventually. So I don't feel like they'll be under any transfer, not embargo, but just you couldn't see them. Whilst the government had control of it, you couldn't see them spending 100 million on a player or anything like that, because you'd be like, where's that money come from?
Yes.
But that seems to be all okay. The the chap who owns Chicago Cubs, or one of the big owners of Chicago Cubs, has come in. The name escapes me.
Ted Bowley.
That's the one. As Portugal come forward, a bit of a head tennis on the edge of the box. Gravity can't bring the ball down quick enough for Portugal, but eventually they have it now with Fernandes. Fernandes lets that go to Cancelo. So all a bit laboured now from Portugal. You can tell they're running out of ideas. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't the man he used to be. He's not.
Has a look and plays it in. Tries to get it clear, and it's Cancelo. Oh, good ball. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva! And that has been clubbed away. Ball's out on the left now. Hit into the mid. Great leap! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Guerrero. Into the box. Towering header! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air.
Never hit the incredible heights that we'd hoped he would, and it was hope. It was expectation. If they'd have signed Gareth Bale, Real Madrid, and he never scored any goals and he never had it, they'd have a real right to be disappointed, because the player that they signed would have never arrived at the club. But the player that Manchester United bought is the one that they got, and that just is how it is. So I found some of the rhetoric, to be perfectly honest, some of the insults about Paul Pogba's performances to be too much. I agree with you. He underwhelmed. He never reached the high potential. But he was the player that they bought from Juventus. He never ran games. He never ran football matches. He never dictated the midfield in Italy, despite winning.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Guerrero switches it towards the other side. Bernardo Silva. Ferran Torres. And it's Morata. And this could be a Spanish counter-attack. More than happy to take the muscular approach. He's got through. Llorente. Thiago. Laporte. Jordi Alba. Thiago. And the through ball is intercepted.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Koke. Llorente. Good clearance and very necessary. And it's Thiago. And it's Morata! João Cancelo. Portugal keep the ball, but don't do anything meaningful with it. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Guerrero. Jota. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Ruben Dias. Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Dias. Plays it over to the other flank. And it's Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes. Guerrero. Crosses in a low one. Thiago trying to get there. Jordi Alba is there to heave it away. Now it's Morata. Morata spreads it towards the left. It is quite a run he's making here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Danger averted for now. Thiago. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Pepe. João Moutinho. João Cancelo. Across the field it goes. Guerrero. Lobs it in gently. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
Cristiano Ronaldo really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
Guerrero. Bruno Fernandes. Guerrero. Only partially clear. João Moutinho. Llorente. Koke. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Jordi Alba. Thiago. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba delivers. Great leap! Oh, great save, real can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo with a delicate ball. Llorente is there, and he can get that clear. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. He's got away. Room for a shot. That's a corner kick. Oh, the clearance is short. And it's Jordi Alba. Oh, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Defence has got rid of that. Jota. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. Played out to the right. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's there to hoof it away. Bernardo Silva, and the header! Thiago drives it forward. Koke. 0-0 still. The chances though.
Yeah, those longer balls forward are definitely having more of an impact, something that should have been resorted to before now.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Let's be lenient here. You don't get too many more chances. And that's been levered clear. Bernardo Silva. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? He's got options out wide. João Cancelo. Nicely measured pass. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. Cristiano Ronaldo. Guerrero. And it's João Moutinho. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's nice. João Moutinho. Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo wants to play it back. Ferran Torres. Dinks one in. Looks to play him in. But a minor communications breakdown. Guerrero. Guerrero with the crossfield ball. João Cancelo. João Cancelo conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Bernardo Silva. João Moutinho. Played back in. Jota has a shot! Keeper's not concerned by that. Pepe. João Moutinho. Pepe tries to switch the play, and it's Guerrero. João Moutinho. Cristiano Ronaldo. Got a shot away! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Koke. Llorente with the crossfield ball. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. He's pinged one through here. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's off on a marauding... Cristiano Ronaldo! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Up to meet it! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Ferran Torres. Koke switches it towards the other side. Now it's Thiago. Now, where's he looking? Koke. A really good feat. And the finish!
Well, I think when you're in that situation, all you can do is tip your hat to the keeper, because that was fantastic.
Drives it in. And he's there to clear it. Bruno Fernandes plays it forward. Ronaldo tries to stroke it through. And he heaves it forward. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. It's a great ball. João Cancelo plays it backwards, and they'll try again. No, that's not going to find its target. Morata. Pepe cuts it out. Bruno Fernandes. Hoists it forward. Jota. Gorgeous control there. Thiago. Llorente, looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Thiago. Rodri. Ferran Torres. Beautifully done. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Breaks on here. Ruben Dias. Rodri. Ferran Torres. And here's Morata. Out to the right. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. They've played it short. Has a hit! goal kick. Bruno Fernandes. Portugal can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Guerrero.
If they're happy keeping possession, fair enough, Peter, but it isn't going to help them pose much of a threat by keeping it there.
That's been won straight back, and he's going long. The defence can get it clear. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Koke. Ferran Torres. Across the field it goes. Thiago. And it's Thiago. Going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, that was high-class goal-kicking there to back up his high-class wage.
That's a throw. Koke. Llorente. Ferran Torres. Llorente. Ferran Torres. Rodri. Attempts to play it through. João Cancelo, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest.
Calibre meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's...
He's gone for it! He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Koke. Llorente. Koke. Llorente. Koke. Knocks it away. There are a few waiting for it. Up to meet it! Good delivery, no joy.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off him.
Jordi Alba. He's through the middle, looking to force his way through. João Moutinho. Emilio Pereira. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias goes looking. Bruno Fernandes. João Moutinho. Bernardo Silva. Forward it goes. Morata plays it out to the wing. Now it's Morata. Over to the left. And it's Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Thiago. Out to the left it goes. And here's Koke. Goes for the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Guerrero.